Hey, good morning. Don here from Super Blast. We're going to talk about recoating your pool deck, old and new, using a product called Cool. When you order it, it comes in a box like this. You get this right here. This is in there, part A, and this is your texture, part B. You use Sherwin-Williams A100 paint. You can make your pool deck any color you want it. If I want to make it to match the house, I can do that. But we're going to do an off-white today. Eggshell, not too bright. So when you come out here, you're like, you know what I mean? Sort of like this right here. This is not too bad. Everything is cleaned up. We patched all the cracking on the side of this drain here yesterday. So that's all done, and what you do for patching is you use Quikrete patching compound. Just go ahead and put it on there with a putty knife, and I just got done sweeping off all the excess, so everything's ready to go. We'll start the job, of course, trimming everything in with a brush. I suggest you get a brush that's angled, so you can get down in cracks like this here. Get everything coated really good, okay? So what you do is you mix this gallon and a gallon of paint in with the texturing, and you mix it up with your handy dandy drill and mixing thing. All right, now this is not like regular painting like you would paint your wall. You don't want your roller to ever be soaking wet when you're doing a wall, right? Total opposite here. So what we do here is you use a 3/4 inch nap to apply the Cool to the surface. And what you do is after you mix the product up and you're done trimming everything in, you just submerge that thing underneath there and blah, 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 and plop it out in the middle of your area, then kind of just spread it out and then roll it even as you go along. But you want it to be a nice wet coat. So after you do that, you just come all the way out. We'll get it all the way done to there. Before we get started, I'm going to go get a shovel and get these rocks back away from this edge. Okay? And that's where this little roller will come in handy, and it's also a 3/4 inch nap. And then after you put 2 coats of the Cool on, then you're going to put the seal back stuff on there. Okay? You apply it in your pump up sprayer, and you roll it with a 3/8 snap. Okay? And I got a 3/8 snap for doing the stairs and also along here. And I also have a 3/4 inch nap for applying the Cool texture. Okay? All right, well, I'm Don from Super Blast Pressure Washing, and we're going to go ahead and see how this comes out. And we'll be back when the mixing begins. All right, stay tuned. Good afternoon, Don here, and we're here for part 2 of our 3-part series. How to install a product by Encore Products, Cool, for pools. This is an awesome coating. It's like a Cool deck. This is 25-year-old decking here. We're going to be doing it next. Today we're going to be concentrating on this new concrete. We're going to be starting at the stairs. We're going to cut everything in all the way down the edge, down these creases, and then we're going to go ahead and roll this Cool product on here. We're also going to be taking care of these walls here. We're going to be going down the edges. Then when we bring in the rock, it'll make it look nice and uniform. Same with this side here. We got a smaller roller to go ahead and tackle this here. So those are the first steps. Cut it in, take care of that little short wall right there down the end, and then we'll do it with the big roller when we're doing the coating on the floor here, on the deck and the stairs. All right, first thing we're going to do is mix this stuff up. So what you do is you pour about 3/4 of a gallon of this into the bucket, okay, along with your A100 Sherwin-Williams paint. Make sure you get the best paint to do this with, okay? This is what Encore suggests. So you need to do what they suggest in order to have a very, very successful installation. So use this. You mix this gallon of paint in the bucket with this 3/4. The reason why you save a quarter of this in here, so when you're done emptying your paint in, you can pour what's left in there. Shake this can up real good to make sure you get all your paint and your money's worth out of that can. All right, so let's get started and we'll start the mixing procedure. All right, let's get after it. Okay, so we're going to start the process by pouring our liquids in. Step one. Like I said, we're going to save a little bit behind. We got our paint opened. We'll pour that in here. Of course, let as much drip out as possible. Sure like making pancakes. All right, pour this in here. All right, I'll take care of that. The best thing to do is to have a rag handy. Put this on here like that. That keeps it from splattering all over. And just give it a good shake. All right. That'll make it so most of the paint comes out. Perfect. All right. That's a nice little trick to get your money's worth out of the can, you know. Back on there like that. And you can just throw them away. Okay, now, this has a metal clip on it. So instead of messing with that, take the corner, like so. Take your razor blade, and go ahead and pop that baby open. Okay, keep yourself a nice little hole there like that. And get this on in here. Perfect. Alright, once you get everything out, I'll save this bag on the side for trash. I'm going to go over and rinse my hand off real quick. Okay, the next step is to get your drill. Put that in there. Start mixing it up real good. Watch yourself. You don't want to overmix it, you just want to get it mixed. Alright, let's go ahead and get that out of here. Let that drip off real good. Now this will stay good for 24 hours in this bucket. Doesn't mean that's what you want to do. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to jam this right in this bag right here. And let it sit in there. It won't be a problem. First thing we're going to do is cut everything in. Going to use our brush for the creases, and I suggest you get the angled brush. And we're going to get along this edge here. And we're going to get our little roller out. We're going to get the top of that stair over there, the face of the stair, cut all that in around the wall there, get that side piece done. Then we'll get the big roller out and we'll go ahead and get after it. Alright, we got it all trimmed in. Make sure we got it sink way down in the cracks. Put it real thick. Now we're going to start on the stair over here with our little roller, mini roller. You got to use a 3/4 inch nap. And we're going to go ahead and give that another stir. Well, I don't think we need to do that. I think they warned against that, which they did. See that? You got to pay attention. Okay, here we go. Everything's all trimmed in, real thick along the edges there. It kind of the concrete kind of dips and goes down about an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch, even some spots below the deco there. Okay, we're going to start on the stairs with our 3/4 inch nap, and we're going to submerge it, keep it soaked, and put it on thick, and then roll it out nice and smooth. All right, let's go ahead and do a demonstration of that. Then we're going to do the same with the deck. Something on the deck here, got to get that off of there. All right, let's go ahead and do that. They said you got to submerge it, get it soaked. Okay? Submerge it, lift it up, kind of smooth it around, and roll it smooth. But you want it on there thick, okay? You can see where the texture will come in. You don't want to roll it too much either. Just roll it enough. You don't want your roller to dry out either. So you can go into the wet zone. Kind of smear it around. See, it's getting dry, so you got to put a little bit more right over here, okay? There you go, smear it around. Kind of just drag it around, okay? Oh yeah, look at that. Gonna make for a nice texture. Don't want the roller to dry out, okay? Nice and thick, spread it. Nice. And when you got it wet, smear it around. There you go. Still quite a bit on there, just okay. Smear it. Start in the middle, kind of come on down. See how you can just spread it? Bring some more over here. Nice. Spread it out. You can see how that's working. Look at that nice texture you got there. Dip that sucker in there, man. All right. Boy, that's really nice. I mean, look at that, huh? It's a little thin in that one area right along there. All right. Okay, so far I'm very impressed with this. All right, now we're going to continue to do the same with the bigger roller. We'll be right back. All right, now we're going to move right along over here. And we want to keep our bucket behind the area where we're working. So I suggest that you do a section at a time, you know. When you soak it down to the bottom, you want to submerge this thing. Okay, flop it over where you're going to start working. All right, as you can see, you got to put it on real thick for it to get working here. This is new concrete, so it is going to suck up a lot of it. Second coat will go on a lot nicer. I found that going this way works a lot better for me. Show you what I mean. Do these long rows. Push the material around. Spread it around. There you go. Then roll it in. This way it doesn't dry out. You make a quick coverage of it. Once you do that, you're kind of going this way with it to finish it off. Just that easy. Now I'm spreading it a little bit too thin there, so you gotta put a little bit more spread around. There you go. I want the roller to dry out. That's good. That's how you do it, nice and thick. And a little. When this dries, it'll dry all good and won't be, you won't see any of the streaks and stuff. Alright, we'll be back when we are finished with the first coat and we'll have a look. Alright? Alright, let's take a quick look. Look at that. Now when we put the second coat on, it'll really come to life. See how it needs a lot more over there on the face? The second coat will take care of all that. Fill it all in nicely. This is brand new cement, so the second coat will make it look perfection. All right, now we're going to take the roller and go down the sides here and over there. We do have some paint left in here, which is awesome because it just did 300 square feet, 2 gallons of material and some texturing goes a long way. And it should go a lot better. Well, it's probably going to take a lot more on this because it's already textured and we got all these holes we're going to have to get into. That's why you really got to soak it down real good. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast Pressure Washing. We'll be back for a very final review and the second coat. Let's get after it. All right, first coat is in. It's drying nice and even. It's looking good. We'll be back to put the second coat on. Let's see what this is feeling like. Yeah, that's already dried up, see? We'll go in, we'll wait another hour. Make sure it's totally dry before we come back out and do it. We got the face all done. And we got it done over there as well. So far I'm very happy. I'm seeing light texture. The second coat's going to be a lot thicker. And it'll cover everything really nicely. You can see the faintness on the stairs over there. So it definitely needs a second coat on the faces. The treads are really nice and thick. All right, we'll be back for the second coat. Let's get after it. Hey, we're back. Let's check it out. It's drying rather nicely. Looking good. We're gonna go ahead and mix this up another batch. Got about this much in that bucket there, so we'll go ahead and pour that in with our paint and our liquid. Before we put the texturing powder in there, we'll mix it up real good. Then we're gonna go ahead and get over there. We got new rollers. I rinsed out this little one over here, and I also rinsed out that big one and put it outside. I'm gonna check them after. I am going to Home Depot because I am gonna get a gigantic tarp. I'm gonna cover this tonight because I don't want the fog to get it moist, because I want to seal it tomorrow when I get back from work. But we're gonna go ahead and get after mixing this up real quick, and we'll be back to get the rest of this thing done. We'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to apply the second coat. I suggest you wear a pair of socks when it's dry, so you don't want to wear shoes to scuff it up or anything like that. Make sure you don't paint over anything that's landed on the deck. A little windy today. We're going to start right here on these stairs. Like I said, you got to submerge the thing under. Your second coat's going to go on a lot nicer, a lot easier. It's going to leave a really nice texture. Alright, that looks really good. And I got a brush over here. All right, just have your brush handy for those edges, all right? All right, let's get after the rest. All right, we're stopping just for a second just to check this out. Look at this texture on here. That is just simply awesome. And now, watch how you move this stuff around. You put it on here really thick. I'll show you how this works real quick. The second coat's just amazing. You got to watch out for splatter and stuff. Just got to roll over those areas. You put it on here so thick. You want to roll that thing in there just like that. We'll just pour it a bunch down that crack. That's another reason why you got to have a paintbrush available. With this second coat, you want it to be nice and thick. But back to what we're going to demonstrate here. This product goes on really thick. And it makes sense because you got texturing in there. You don't want to disintegrate it. Just put it on there real thick and kind of push it around, see? It's not like painting your walls in your house. You just want to get it on there and roll it. Get it even. Not allowing the roller to dry out. And we don't want to box ourselves in here, so we have to come down here. Well, you tell me, man. Look how nice that looks. Yep. All right, and that's how you install Cool pool coatings. It looks fantastic. I don't think I can be any happier. So the next steps are going to be, we're going to head and go on out to get something to eat, and we're going to come back and we're going to cool coat all these cracks, pre-treat everything, okay? Fill it in with the coating that we have left in the bucket. We got quite a bit of stuff left here, so we'll go ahead and address these cracks when we get back. Then tomorrow we're going to be sealing this thing up with the seal back product. We'll be putting 2 coats of this on there. That's a gallon. That'll cover this very easily. And you put 2 light coats of sealer on there. You don't want it swimming in it. You know what I mean? All the joints came out really nice. Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you after dinner when we do some crack sealing with this product. Then when we go over the deck, you won't see any of the cracks. It's amazing. All right, let's get after it. Okay, we have fog in the forecast, so we went ahead and got ourselves a nice big tarp so it stays nice and dry. And tomorrow the sun's going to be out, 82 degrees, and the sun will be hitting here, you know, around lunchtime. So we'll pull the tarp off around lunchtime, and we'll go ahead and put 2 coats of that seal back on here, and this portion of the job will be finished. I'm really excited. And then tomorrow we'll be taking the what's left in this bucket right here, and we're going to be sealing up all these cracks. We'll use a paintbrush and go over every crack in here. We'll let that dry, then we'll start taping everything off. Probably going to do this side first because there's not much repair in that sense on this side. We got one little divot right here. I'll go ahead and put some Quikrete in there and seal that up, and then we will take some Quikrete and get these cracks, this hole sealed up, and then we have some stuff down here. Of course, we got to do this, but we're not doing the wall until the next time. We're going to order some more. We don't have enough to do all that stuff, but we do have Quikrete repair here, there, a little bit right in here, then we'll be good to go. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast. This is exciting. Order yourself some Cool from Encore today. Get after it. Hey, here we are, day number 2. Let's have a look. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Look at the texture. Down, it rolls right over down the side there. It looks really good. Okay, today we're going to be sealing it, and we're waiting for the sun to come out. As you can see, it's early yet. It's about 9:30 in the morning. I went out and did a pressure washing job this morning. I'm already home. I want to talk about this cover right here. Now, it was foggy this morning, and if I would have left this uncovered, who knows what would have happened. We didn't want it to get wet, because you can see how the cover worked. You can see the moisture to the left, dryness to the right. So if you're going to do this and you know you're going to have some kind of condition, even if it would have rained last night, it would have protected it and kept it dry, so we can let it sit out in the sun. And we'll be back here in a couple hours to go ahead and show you just how that application is done. All right, we'll see you later. We'll be back. Hey, how's it going? We're back. Now that our coating has been applied, it has been very well dried and protected from the fog last night by that cover, we're ready to apply our sealer. All right. We're going to be using a 3/8 snap roller to apply it. This is called the seal back. So it's going to be, what it does is it seals this finish in and hardens it, and it adheres it to the surface you just applied it to, which makes it pretty much indestructible. So they guarantee it for life, so it's got to be a good sealer, and you apply 2 very light coats to it. So we're going to take our pump up sprayer, we're going to apply a little bit of it, then we're going to take our roller and roll it in, okay? And then we'll go ahead and do it again right after it dries, and I'm sure it's going to dry very fast. We got the sun out, it's 82 degrees, perfect conditions. All right, let's get started. All right, now that we got our stuff all in the pump up sprayer and we're ready to begin the process. Pretty simple. Spray a little bit of sealer. Just a light coat. Get your area done like this. Okay. Take your roller. Roll it in. Make sure you do light coats. Looks like I got some on my wall there. Not a very good idea, I don't think. That's pretty much simple as that, you know. And just repeat that process all the way down. This deck is going to look marvelous when we're done. So let's go ahead and get after it, shall we? All right, it's just that simple. The product went down just like Jeff said it would. Really nice and easy. You don't have to flood it. I noticed a little trail of sealer after each pass, so that tells me that I had enough fluid on there. It wasn't dry. I got a nice light coat. And just look how it just glimmers in the sunshine. This is going to be an excellent product, and I'm really happy that I bought it. And I think the key to putting it in right is to do exactly what is in the videos. Jeff does a very, very intricate video about how to do it. I followed every instruction that he had there, and I asked a couple questions, and boom! Really nice looking product. All right. We'll be back after the second coat of sealers put on for a final look at this. And this is how you install Cool Deck on a brand new poured slab. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast. We'll be back. Hey, Don here. First coat of sealers done. We're gonna blow it off real quick with the blower. Apply the second coat, and this is gonna be a wrap on this. Dries really fast. And I got to tell you guys, this is the product right here. Especially when you install it correctly, it's the go-to thing. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Let's get after it. came out mucho awesomeness. Check that out. 2 coats of Cool, 2 coats of sealer. We'll be able to take that tape off tomorrow. Then we're going to concentrate on this. While I was waiting for that to dry, I went ahead and patched up all these cracks. Okay, now when we lay the Cool on top of these cracks, you're not even going to know those cracks were there. All right, that's going to be episode number 3. How to make an old 25-year-old deck look new again like this. I'm Don from Superblast Pressure Washing. Thank you, Encore, for the great products, all the advice, and the great deal. See you next time.